Hello, my name is Joe Frankman, and I am a homeless man. I'm also friends with Bob, and I'm also friends with the YouTubers named Ben and Jacob. Now, this is how my story began. We're gonna go way back into the good old days, I suppose. So, let's begin. I was born in the United States on March 10th of 1965. So, yeah, that year was very interesting for me. At that time, when I was a little baby, my dad had to go to war and kick some butt at Vietnam. Yes, he was, I guess you could say, he was a part of the Navy, boots on the ground. Fought some bad people who wanted to take out our country, but guess what? We stand in victory, yours truly, and I was still a baby at that time. After that, when I was, I guess you could say, growing up, life was pretty interesting because people decided to do nonsense stuff, things that Americans would never do to support. That's right, the government. That's right, we didn't trust the government. My dad didn't like the government, and my mom did not like the government because you want to know why? We wanted to be free people. So that's when a good old friend of mine, well, I guess you could say our favorite president of all time, Ronald Reagan, in life was a blessing. You know, my dad was a cool hero, and he also had a good friend. He also had a brother. Yes, his name was Uncle Tommy. Oh, the Uncle Tommy. He was a serious human being. If you ever take away his favorite soda of all time, root beer, he will go nuts. Because that's the only thing that he loves to drink the most on a Saturday night. Ever since that Saturday night, I decided to ask my dad a question. I asked him why you do not like homeless people. And he explained it calmly without being, negative about it. He said, "Son, being homeless is not okay. If you don't get a job, you don't get paid. Other words, you'll be ending up in the streets, and you do not want to be a part of those streets." And yeah. So I told my dad at the age of 9 years old, I said, "Dad, if I ever become homeless, will you still love me?" And he said, "Son, if you ever do become homeless, don't give up. You will survive. Get yourself out of that. I can't do nothing, but I can do something." In the year of 1987, I finally got my first job. And yes, my first job was, well, working at the car wash. I don't know why I like the car wash. Maybe it's just the fact that I like cleaning stuff. I kind of got it from my mom's side because, she loves to clean things, and I totally respect cleaning things. So, I like cleaning cars, so that's what I did for a couple of years. After I turned 30 years old, I got a phone call. It was an interesting phone call. It was from my dad, and he said, "Hey, son, I heard that, you want to work for the CIA because you love investigating and stuff." So I said, "Yeah, sure, I'll do it." So right after I turned 32 years old, I decided I did not want to do clean cars anymore, and I decided to work for those guys. So, yeah, I signed a 2 to 3 year contract with them, and that was about it. And the first thing I was not allowed to do is share any secrets. I'm good at keeping secrets, 100%. Never ever give any secrets to people, because if I do that, then I will blow up my cover and I will be compromised, and I don't want to do that. So, that was about it. After my 3 year contract, I decided I didn't want to work for them anymore because, I just kind of got bored. And yes, this may tick off a little bit of people, but there's no such thing as aliens. I don't believe in aliens. Aliens are not real. Alright? Just saying. So, yeah, then after that, I decided I wanted to be a cop. So I became a cop at the age of 39 years old. And then after that, something went wrong, and after I turned 40 years old, I lost my job. And then after that, I couldn't pay the bills, so that's how I ended up in the streets. Before I tell you this, my boss wasn't mad at me that I did something wrong. He just honestly said, "Hey man, I have nothing against you, so I'm just gonna let you go, and I'm gonna wish you the best of luck." So he had respect for me. He wasn't a jerk or anything. He totally respected me. So yeah, and then all of a sudden I ended up in the streets. So I had to do something to get out of this situation, and I tried and I tried and I tried, but I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. I just ended up doing nothing. I try to survive. I try to find food that isn't in the trash can. Usually I'll just be lucky and find food that is not from the trash can, maybe from a counter or something like that, I don't know. So, then I heard the sad news at the age of 43 years old. I got a phone call from my mom. So yes, I had a flip phone and I always carried it with me, and it had to pay taxes for it, but it was a useful phone until it just no longer worked for me, the phone. So I got a call from my mom. It was at 7:30 a.m. and she told me the sad news that my dad had basically was, I guess you could safely say, he was robbed and he died. And at the age of 43 years old, I just straight up lost it. I was sad. I had nothing else to do. And then I met a good friend. I seen him a couple of times, but me and him became good friends. You've probably heard of him, and his name was Bob. Bob the homeless man. That's his nickname. His real name was Bob, but still, he was homeless. And me and him became good friends. How did we become good friends? Well, it all started at that one coffee place. Come on, you can make it. Oh God, I'm so hungry. I gotta eat something fast before it's too late. Is that what I think that is? Pizza! I must eat that pizza. Get in my stomach, pizza. Hey, leave my wife's pizza alone. That's it. I'm sick and tired of you people taking my wife's pizza. Hey, relax. I'm already full. Can't you see? No, honey. You still need to eat some. Get up, man. I didn't do nothing to you. That's it, old man. You made me angry. And you know what? Babe, calm down. Stop. It's time to finish this once and for all. Babe, stop. No. Let me go, no. Honey. Hey, calm down, man. The homeless man didn't do nothing. Why, you little? Yo, call the police or something. Put down the knife, man. I'm not old either. Put the knife down. Come on, man. We gotta get out of here. Hey, you saved my life back there. Thanks. Yeah, no problem. What's your name? My name's Bob. Joe. Wanna be buds? Yeah, sure. And that was about my story. Hope you guys have a good day. Goodbye.